Namaste. Hope you are doing well and hope you are continuing to be Utsahi, which means enthusiastic, despite these tough times. These tough times are tough for most of us, for sure, no doubt about this. But many families are facing a more rough time than some of us. While some of us are perhaps enjoying this quality family time, there are many other families which are actually bearing the burdens of the world. They cannot stay home, they still have to go to work. There are many families which are dependent on daily wages which are out of work. There are many children around this world who depend on daily lunches at school. So today's prayer, let's keep them all in mind. There are people who are being directly affected by corona, who are sick or may have lost a loved one in this fight. So while I recite our daily prayer, let's keep them all in mind. And let's also think about what do we have within us, what do we have with us that we can share with the rest of the world to make it a little bit more better or easier for them. It could be a big kind heart, it could be some money to donate. It could be an opportunity to volunteer while practicing all the safety measures. Something that we can share with others to make the world a better place. A true yogi is one who cares about him or herself while making sure the world around him or her is also well cared for. So while I go ahead and recite our daily prayer, I request you to please sit comfortably wherever you are, either while sitting in the chair or sitting on the floor. If you are not able to get up from the bed, it's okay to lie down while listening to this prayer and while listening to this lesson. You can try and do whatever you can as much as possible without being in pain or discomfort. Please do take care of the elderly around you or people with limited mobility. Please do help them understand the concepts from these lessons that may be very beneficial for them as well during these tough times and in general during their everyday lives. So please sit comfortably, try and keep your back straight, always try to maintain a good posture, keep your eyes closed, bring your mind to the practice. Please observe the flow of your breath. Make sure you are breathing normally. Please make a mental note of your whole body. All the parts of your body should be relaxed. The tension should be released. Please do not hold any part of your body tight. Please forget about the rest of the world for just half an hour, 45 minutes of your daily practice. Please be one with your practice. While your breathing has come to normal, now we will slowly go for the prayer. If you know this prayer, please, you're welcome to say it along. It is a Sanskrit prayer which is very relevant to our times. So while I say this prayer, please either be in silence while completely relaxed, or you can recite along with me. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti. This is a prayer in Sanskrit, which is one of the oldest languages in the world. I will be using different words of Sanskrit during our yoga lessons, just because many texts which have been describing yoga is uses a lot of Sanskrit words, and this is an opportunity for all of us to learn yoga as it has been traditionally practiced in India. So this prayer basically means, O Lord, take us from falsehood towards truth, take us from darkness towards the light, take us from mortality towards immortality. May there be Shanti, Shanti, Shanti around us. Shanti meaning peace. May there be peace all around us. So today, as we begin our lessons, once again, I say pranam to our Guruji, our teacher, Guru meaning teacher, who has established this Utsahi Yoga more than 50 years ago. He is 85. He is with us every day, watching our lessons and providing us guidance and advice on a daily basis. How can we make these lessons better so all of us around the world can take maximum benefits from them, especially during today's tough times? Also, pranam to all the real life heroes, as I said, who are bearing the burdens of this world today and who are trying every single day to make our lives better and who are still having to work while we are at home. Our healthcare professionals, our law enforcement people, daily service personnel, emergency response teams, and all the good leaders of the world who are helping us beat this corona, get through it, and come out of it even more rough and tough. So, having said this, let me express a thought and feeling here. Corona, as tough as it has been, has also brought our world closer in many ways. This is a time where the East and the West can exchange the best practices from each other's culture. So, be it saying namaste, or leaving the footwear outside, or washing our hands and feet every day before we enter the house. These are daily routine practices in the East. And we are slowly trying to adopt these are all around the world. While the East is also learning very important things like spending quality time with the family at home, trying to manage and run the household without any outside help. All this has been practiced in the West for years, and now the East is also trying to adopt these and go on their daily lives. So, with this feeling that our world is being brought together in a positive way, there are some things which we are learning better how to live life with this particular at this particular tough time. Let's start our practice with a feeling of positivity and feeling of positive energy and a faith that we will definitely be benefited by yoga and we will come out stronger from these challenging times. So, having said that, let us now revise quickly about what we learned over these past few lessons during the week. So, firstly, we started off learning what is yoga, what are the various aspects of yoga, how can yoga help us? What is the art of relaxation? What is the art of breathing right? What is the right technique to breathe during the various practices? How do we recite Om? And why is it so important to recite Om during these tough times? And what is the right technique to say it? How many times do we practice Om on a daily basis? What are physical cultural exercises and how do we practice them? How do they benefit us in the long run? So we have also spoken about certain topics like stress anxiety, fear, etc. What do they do to us, especially when we are facing tough times? How do they psychologically and physiologically affect us drastically? And how can yoga help prevent or get rid of these conditions? We also spoke about mind and the connection, the close relation between body and mind. How can we manage our thoughts better? We said yoga chitta vritti nirodha, a Sanskrit saying that we described and discussed, which means yoga helps control the waves, fluctuations, the thoughts that are the essence of the mind. And how do we do this? By regular practice of yoga, by learning the right techniques, by breathing right, by cultivating the art of relaxation, by learning how to be stable, thus stabilizing our mind and strengthening our mind, and also making us more emotionally well balanced. So we learned all these. Please make sure you take some time out today, tomorrow, and in between these live lessons, may go back to our page, watch these videos that we have uploaded there, and make sure you practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the more you understand these concepts better, and you will be able to gain better advantage. Of course, always make sure you keep in mind certain principles that we have discussed and some things that we have discussed which are very important for practice of yoga. So let me revise those quickly. First thing is, before you practice yoga, please make sure you are at a very light or almost empty stomach. Do not eat anything heavy, otherwise it might lead to discomfort and uneasiness during our practice, and even further problems sometimes. So please try to make sure you do not eat anything for at least half an hour prior, and even before, eat something very light or maybe just a cup of milk or tea. And that should be keep us ready for our daily practice. Now, second thing is, please dress comfortably to the weather that's around you, and that will help you practice. It could be your daily wear, not any expensive athletic wear. That is not necessary. You could just be in your daily comfortable wear while practicing yoga. And also, please dress suitably for your weather. For example, here it's a little cold, so you will probably be wondering why am I wearing slightly warmer clothes. That's because it is a little chilly here. And please dress comfortably, and your surroundings should be clean and also very neat. So you will feel better with your surroundings. And thirdly, please make sure you keep all your jewelry and accessories that can poke you, prick you, make you uncomfortable, or distract you even during your practice aside. So please keep them aside, and then you can take them back after practice. Just make sure you are completely ready, not distracted, and feel okay and relaxed before you begin your daily practice. Now let's talk a little bit about the basic principles of yoga. The basic principles that we need to remember. The first one, do not hold your body tight. Always make sure you are relaxed all the way from the top of your head through your body. Make a mental note of every part of your body, every smallest of small units of the body, and all the way through to your toes, even the tip of the toes, tip of the fingers. Everything should be completely relaxed as much as you can do yourself. Just try not to hold any part of your body tight. Make a mental note. Keeping your eyes closed helps you to be away from the visual distractions and to be one with your practice. Remember, you're practicing for yourself. So please keep your eyes closed for a few minutes now and try to make a mental note of your whole body. Make sure every single part of your body is completely relaxed and you're not holding any part of your body tight. Loosen the tension, relieve the tension. So do not hold your body tight. The second principle is do not hold your breath. Other than those specific breathing practices where we are requesting you to follow a certain pattern of breathing, please continue to breathe normally. We tend to hold our breath, especially during practices that we are not familiar with or we are finding it difficult to go to the final stage. We tend to hold our breath, but that will only cause damage to our system. Sometimes it exerts unnecessary pressure on our vital organs, and it is not good for anyone. So please try to consciously make sure you're not holding your breath and always breathing normal. It is a challenge in the beginning, but as we practice it consciously every day, then we will become better and better at it. And then one day, by practicing, you'll realize you're not even observing the flow of your breath and it was already in the right way. So please do not hold your breath. And third one is do not give jerks. The same effects happen when you give jerks as when you're holding your body tight or you're holding your breath, meaning you will end up in discomfort, in pain, and you might be even making it worse by pulling a muscle or ripping a ligament or worse. So you might end up in pain and discomfort that is completely unnecessary, and it is not the goal of yoga. Practicing yoga is to know yourself, is to know your limitations and your capabilities. So let's please listen to our body and practice for ourselves within our physiological limitations. Always remember that, please. And the fourth one is never get disappointed. It's said that there are 84 lakhs of poses, which is about 8.5 million. And we can just pick a handful of these poses or practices or yogasanas that will benefit us on a day-to-day basis and practice them. So please do not feel disappointed. There is plenty for you to learn. There is plenty of opportunities for you to improve on and become better at what you're learning today. So especially for people who are beginning this newly, this is very important to remember. And the next one principle as well, where please we request you not to be over enthusiastic and try to learn a lot during a very short span of time. That will also lead to disadvantages rather than benefits from your practice of yoga. Now finally, we should always mention rest is a must. Resting is when our body gets rid of unwanted substances and toxins, and especially during challenging and very stressful times as today, resting is important. It also helps us build our immune system and makes us stronger to face these challenges. So please make sure you rest enough. And also, even if the teacher is not asking you to rest, and if you feel the need to, please go ahead and perform any of the relaxation postures like long sitting posture or shavasana, which is the dead body pose that we spoke about in our previous lessons. So let's continue our practice now quickly to recap. Please make sure you remember the basic principles. Do not hold your body tight. Do not hold your breath. Please do not be disappointed. Do not give jerks. Do not be over enthusiastic to learn more in a short span of time. And always remember, relaxation is key. Rest is a must. Having said this, let us proceed to our daily practice. We will start with physical cultural exercises, and because of time shortage, what we will do is we will just do 2 counts of each physical cultural exercise. And I request you to either take more time right after this lesson to practice further, more counts, or also maybe you can take some time off tomorrow and in between the yoga lessons to do it. Before we start physical cultural exercises, let us first relax completely. Please breathe normally. We will go for deep breathing as we learned in our previous lessons. A deep, long breath in as long as you comfortably can, and a deep and long breath out. Once again, please, let's practice deep breathing. Long, deep breath in, and a long breath out. Make sure you are maintaining a good posture. Your airways are not feeling constricted. You're sitting straight. Take a long, deep breath in. And now we will proceed to recitation of Om, which is producing the sound Om by keeping our lips open in the shape of a O and reciting O. Towards the end of it, we will just bring our lips together, and that helps produce the sound of Ma. And this is done during exhalation. So after we take a long, deep breath, during exhalation, let's practice this together, please. As long as you can, slowly. Om. These breathing techniques, producing the melodious sound, all this helps us calm down. We get relief from the stress and anxiety, make our minds and bodies stronger, increase the capacity of our lungs to fight infection, and get rid of all the negativity within us. So let's practice this properly, please. Inhale a long, deep breath. During exhalation, Om. Once again, inhale. During exhalation, Om. One last time, please. Inhale a long, deep breath, as comfortable as you can. And during exhalation, Om. Our Guruji recommends that we practice reciting Om at least 10 to 15 times every day. That will really benefit us greatly during these times of Corona, as well as going forward to make ourselves stronger. So let's start with our physical cultural exercises. Bring your hands together in form of fists and slowly extend your fingers. Apply gentle pressure and close them. Extend your fingers. Now, coming to the Namaste, we'll also coordinate breathing, please. Breathe in while applying gentle pressure. Breathe out. Breathe in, apply gentle pressure. Stay there for just a few seconds to feel the effects of the practice, please. Breathe out and come back. Now, bring your palms in fist and slow rotation of the wrist joints. Breathe out towards the end. So you breathe in throughout the rotation, breathe out towards the end. Let's do it in the reverse direction, please. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Relax, please. Now raise your hands parallel to each other and parallel to the ground. Slow rotation of the elbow joints. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax, please. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax while the breath is still going out. Now in the reverse direction, please. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Even these basic practices are difficult for some people to do. So please continue regular practice and you will get better at it. Now, the rotation of our shoulder joints, either you can do it while sitting here, or to get a better range of motion, you can kneel down or stand up. Let's start it. Slowly breathe in all the way through the rotation and breathe out towards the end and relax. One more time, please. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now we'll do it in the opposite direction. Again, breathe in throughout the rotation, please. Breathe out and relax towards the end. One more time. Synchronizing breathing with the movement is at most important and essential. So please make sure you're breathing in and breathing out during these physical cultural exercises. Now we will proceed to our other extremities. We took care of our hands. Now we will move on to our legs and toes and feet. Just simple flexion and extension, please. Forward bending and backward bending. Once again, forward bending. Stay there for just a few seconds. Backward bending, please. Now, you can try the next one by keeping your legs far apart or close together, but generally prefer to keep slightly apart at least, so you feel more comfortable. Now, rotation of the ankle joints. Very slow rotation, please. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now in the reverse direction, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax, please. Relax. We will proceed to other practices. So first, let's finish the practices for our neck. We are just going to do all possible basic movements for our neck. Now, the one thing to remember always is when we have a slight pressure on the thorax or abdomen or chest, then we tend to breathe out, and that is a natural process. So that is exactly what we're doing here. When we are applying any kind of pressure on the airways or chest or abdomen or thorax, we breathe out. So breathe out while bending forward, please. Breathe in while stretching backwards. Stay there for just a few seconds, please, at the end of every practice while breathing. Then again, breathe out. Breathe in and stretch back. Now, sideways rotation. Breathe out. Breathe in, please, and relax. Breathe out. Breathe in, please, and relax. One more time. Breathe out. Breathe in and relax. Last time on the other side. Breathe out. Stay there for just a few seconds. Breathe in and relax. So at the end of the final stage, please making sure you stay there while feeling the effects of the practice is equally important as while end of the physical exercise, we actually take rest. So both of them, relaxing at the end of a physical cultural exercise and staying for a few minutes during the practice at the end of that particular movement is equally important. So now let's proceed to neck rotation. Slowly, please breathe in. Breathe out towards the end of the rotation. Go very, very slowly, please. You're actually making sure you don't feel giddy and you are building more strength in the long run because you have to hold that position for a longer time. Now, in the opposite direction or anti-clockwise. So both clockwise and anti-clockwise practice for all the rotations is very important. Breathe in, please. Breathe out and relax. Please go even more slow when you're practicing for yourself. Even more slow. Relax, please. Now we will proceed to trunk twisting or rotation. Firstly, make sure you're completely relaxed. Sit in the long sitting posture. Keep your legs slightly apart from each other. Place your palms at a comfortable distance behind your back and just sit there and close your eyes for a second or 2 seconds. Make sure you're completely relaxed. Relaxation is a must before we get into action. Then, now slowly let's proceed to trunk twisting. You're coming back a little up straight and slowly twisting your trunk, not just your upper back, please. You have to twist the whole of your upper body, beginning with the trunk or the waist. So place your palms at a comfortable distance from yourself and slowly bend forward as far as you can go. While breathing out, please remember we are applying some pressure on the chest, abdomen, thorax, airways. So please make sure you breathe out. That is a natural way of body function. We just breathe out. Now breathe in while releasing it, coming to the starting position. We do this on the opposite side, the other direction, please. Breathe out while bending forward. Stay there for just a few seconds, please, while feeling the effects of the practice. Now breathe in while you release all the pressure and come back to the starting position. Now just one more time, please, on both sides at your own pace. Make sure you follow the right techniques and right breathing. Breathe out while you bend forward. Hold your position for just a few seconds. Breathe in while you come back to the starting position. One last time, the opposite side. Breathe out, please. Breathe in. And also you should try not to raise your hips. Then you will feel a better stretch in your body. Okay? We will continue to practice that every lesson. Now let's lie down. We will proceed to our next physical cultural exercise, which is biking but without a bike, right? While lying down on the floor. First, we have to make sure we are relaxed, and this is called Shavasana or the dead body pose. Please don't feel afraid to hear the word dead body. If you do not want to be a dead body soon, then we recommend you practice Shavasana and other asanas every day. So just take it light, take it in a positive way. Make sure you're completely relaxed, your legs are slightly apart, hands are away from the body. You're leaving your fingers, toes loose, even your neck loose to one side. Close your eyes and make a mental note of your whole body. Every part of your legs, upper body, hands, even the face, every inch of your body, even every cell, as far as we can control, we have to just try and relax, loosen. This asana alone will help you get rid of many problems with stress, anxiety, or blood pressure problem, backaches, digestion problems, many problems that we learn about as we go. So now, as much as we are enjoying this, let's bring our legs together, please. Let's get ready for our next practice. Head up straight, facing your neck and head up straight. You're facing the ceiling now. Your hands are brought close together and palms are now facing the floor. Slowly, you can either practice with one leg or both legs. Bend your legs at the knees. Bring your knees as close to the chest as possible. Straighten them out, the legs, straighten the legs out. Release them to the floor. Again, please, while practicing this, make sure you're following the same basic principles where when we apply pressure on chest or abdomen, the breath goes out. When we're releasing or relaxing, we breathe in. So now in the opposite direction, Slowly breathe out when we apply pressure. Breathe in and we relax. Again, slowly please. The slower you go, the stronger your core is becoming. Again, now relax. Slowly get up while you learn this technique. Turn to one side, take support of your palms, your fingers should be spread, and then slowly get up. This will help you so you don't feel giddy and you don't feel discomfort after the practice. So we have completed the physical cultural exercises today. We made sure we took care of all the joints, the mobile joints in our body. We started with our fingers, our hands. We moved on to the shoulder joints. We took care of our ankles, our toes, the joints there. And we also took care of the rest of our body, the neck, all the possible movements to the neck, the trunk, the hips, our knees, and along with the joints, our muscular system, our circulatory system are all getting benefit along with, the breathing, which is helping our lungs tremendously. So we have gone through all these physical cultural exercises, and these are a great way of warming up as recommended in our Utsahi system of yoga and holistic health practices. Now we will learn something new today. So before we go on to asanas, this is a modified asana which is called Surya Namaskara. Surya Namaskara is nothing but saluting the sun god. So in India, we consider sun as God. So Surya means sun and Namaskara is Namaste that we do. So we are saluting the sun for giving us warmth, for keeping us disease free, for giving us sunlight and making our lives more sunny and bright. So for this, there are many variations of Surya Namaskara, and this is one of the simplest ones that we will do today. I'm moving back so you can see me properly. So firstly, stand straight, please. Again, even in the standing position, you should make sure you have kept your legs slightly apart and you're maintaining a good posture as much as possible for you. And you are completely relaxed all the way from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. Every part of your body is completely relaxed before we started. So we will do Namaste first. Then we will raise our hands up straight. Stay there for a few seconds. Slowly bend forward, please. And see how far you can bend. In the beginning, if you're not able to touch your hands to the floor, you can even bend your knees and place the palms on the floor. You have to spread your fingers so you get enough support. And then slowly you can learn to stretch your legs. Not today, but another day. You can stretch your legs and then you can make your legs completely straight. So for now, whatever is your limit, please make sure you respect your limits and then do it accordingly. 3, you stretch or extend one leg to the back. Try and keep the leg straight at the knee joint. Next, 4, the other leg back, please. Stay there for just a few seconds. 5, you're pushing your body to the front and trying to look up as much as possible. 6, you're pushing your body back such that the heels are coming closer to the ground. Stay there for just a few seconds, please. 7, you bring one leg to the front. 8, the other leg. 9, raise your hands up. Then 10, you come back to the starting position. So just by this Surya Namaskara and before that the physical cultural exercises, you should start feeling you're getting a good workout. Although you're trying to relax, at the same time, you're trying to become more flexible and you're getting more good workout as well. Let's try this one more time, please. Very simple Surya Namaskara. Starting with doing Namaste to the sun. and thanking Sun for all the vital elements that Sun is providing to us, earthly beings. 1, 2. We will also learn how to breathe, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Please try and push your body such that the heels are coming closer to the ground. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just stay there for just a few seconds while you feel completely relaxed, and then we will come back to the Sukhasana or comfortable posture, and we will take some more rest before we proceed to more asanas. Please just sit in Sukhasana, or if you're not able to sit in Sukhasana, you can sit in the long sitting posture. All these are relaxation postures, including Shavasana that we learned before, the dead body pose. Sukha means comfortable. So when I say sit in Sukhasana, please, this is the comfortable posture. Just crisscrossing your legs, placing your palms on the knees if possible, trying to maintain a good posture, keeping your eyes closed so you can watch your own self better. Observe the flow of your breath, please. Bring it to normal breathing. If you're breathing faster after Surya Namaskara, try and make the rate of breathing slow now. Make sure you're not holding any part of your body tight. This is when we are preparing ourselves to proceed further in our practice for asanas. Now when you feel completely ready and relaxed, let's move on to further practices. Let's start with Padmasana and Ardha Padmasana. So first let's begin with Ardha Padmasana, which is half lotus pose. Ardha means half, Padma is lotus, and Asana is a pose or posture. So half lotus pose, for that all you have to do is try to bring one leg up, and with the support of our hands, see if you can place it on the opposite thigh. The other leg will be underneath the leg which is up. And place your palms on your knees, please. Try and not raise your knees too high off the ground. Try to bring them as close to the ground as possible. Again, maintain a good posture. Keep your back, neck, and head in one vertical line, please. Keep your eyes closed and try to breathe normally. Although you're assuming a position here, you're still trying to relax your body and not holding your body tight. Gradually, with practice, you will learn how to do that. You will learn more and more about art of relaxation, and you'll be able to cultivate it better. Breathe normally, please. Now let's go for Ardha Padmasana with the other leg. Now this leg goes down, and pull the other leg which is down to the top. See if you can place it on top of the opposite thigh. Again, sit straight, please. Breathe normally. Wonderful. Let's see if any of you are able to do Padmasana, which is a lotus pose. The one that is on top, the leg, let it be there. Try to push the other leg out, and then see if you're able to gently pull it up and place it on the opposite thigh. If you're not able to do it, please don't worry about it. Just continue practicing Ardha Padmasana regularly, and then one day you will see that you have become so flexible and it's very easy for you to practice Padmasana as well. Sit straight, please. Relax. Now stretch your legs. Stretch your legs. We are out of time, but we will just practice a few more minutes and then conclude the session. Now we will proceed to Vajrasana or the diamond pose, which is bending a leg and placing it by your hip, the same side. So the other leg can be extended straight. Make sure you try to bring the knees as close together as possible, and you're sitting on the ground and not on your heel. Okay? So this is Ardha Vajrasana. Vajra meaning diamond. Ardha is half. This is the half diamond pose. Again, try and place your palms on your knees, please, and sit straight. If you're not able to do this in the beginning, you can take support of your hand just by the side of your body and stay there. Try to relax as much as possible. Breathe normally, please. Keep your eyes closed. Now, the other leg, Ardha Vajrasana with the other leg. Bring your knees as close together as possible. One leg bent, keeping the foot right next to the hip on the same side of the body. The other leg extended, trying not to bend at the knee. Keep your eyes closed. Maintain a good posture. Try to relax completely, please. Keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. Relax. Now let's see if we are able to practice Vajrasana or the diamond pose. So we bend one leg and we try to take support of our palm, finger spread. See if we can bend the other leg. And I'm going to turn around to show you that we are supposed to sit in between our feet on the ground. So try not to sit on your heels. Please sit in between your feet on the ground. That is the right way to practice Vajrasana. It is no doubt difficult in the beginning, but we have to practice regularly and make it better. Bring your knees close together, please. Place your palms on your knees. Sit straight. Keep your eyes closed. Breathe normally. Breathe normally. Now we will proceed to another practice right as we are in this practice. We just have to take support of our fingers and palms, place them on the ground and spread your legs. Spread your legs as much as you can. And this is Mandukasana or the frog pose. So if you are able to place your palms on your knees, that's wonderful. You're still sitting on the floor, not on your heels. If you're not able to place your palms here, you can still take support and place your palms here because it will sometimes give a little bit of relief in the beginning when you're learning. So Mandukasana or the frog pose, Manduka means frog. Stay there in the final position, please, for just a few minutes. Breathe normally. Now again, take support of your palms and bring your legs close together and go for long sitting posture. It may be a good relief for many people now, right? Yoga is fun. You know, you're learning something challenging and also getting to relax a little bit. So this is the long sitting posture. And we will now proceed to one last posture or practice for the day, which is Yoga Mudra. We go back to Padmasana, remember the lotus pose. If you're not able to do it, you can either do Ardha Padmasana or we can do even Sukhasana for this Yoga Mudra. And I will turn around here so you can see how this is practiced. Try to keep your back straight. Hold your hands behind your back, just at the wrist. Just hold your hands. And while you sit straight, you have to start slowly bending forward. Not just your upper back, please, but at the trunk or waist. Bend forward as far as you can comfortably go. Ultimate goal is to try to touch your forehead, nose, or chin to the ground, one of them. But for now, whichever is your final position, even midway, is absolutely fine. Please just stay there while breathing normally. Stay there. Try to relax. Even though you are in this position, try not to hold your body tight. Release, please. Release, release, release. Now, let's go to Sukhasana. This is one of the relaxation postures. And let's go for reciting Om, and we will conclude our session with a few points. Please make sure you're breathing normally. Slowly go for deep breathing. Make sure your eyes are closed. Your mind is in your practice, observing the flow of your breath. You have kept every part of your body loosened and tension free. Breathe in long and deep as much as you can comfortably do. While breathing out, let's recite Om. Om. The pitch should not be too high nor too low, just perfect for you. You should be able to hear you, and then with gradual practice, you'll start feeling the vibrations inside your body. You feel like they are being generated near your navel and going all the way to your brain and calming us down completely. Let's try again. Breathe in a long, deep breath, and while breathing out, please sit in silence. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace all around us. Please open your eyes. We have learned quite a few things. I request you once again to please watch the videos that we have uploaded from our previous sessions and make sure you get a good understanding of all the concepts that we've been discussing throughout, like art of relaxation, the right way to breathe, the right way to recite Om, and how many times we should recite as our Guruji recommends. Please do practice 10 to 15 times reciting Om every day. Just that melodious sound that signifies peace, and the breathing that we do, the deep breathing along with it, will make us stronger, will make our lungs more capable to fight infections like the corona, which is a respiratory system issue and it's causing a lot of problems to many people. Let's try to be stronger so we can prevent the problems, and let's try to be stronger so we can heal faster if any problems arise. And please make sure you stay enthusiastic or utsahi, stay positive, and spread this energy to everybody around us, in our family, our children especially, who are learning, looking at us, how to deal with tough situations in life. And also, please make sure you help us support our mission of making everybody aware of these simple scientific practices to benefit everyone, to provide an overall holistic health benefits to everyone around the world. Please do your part and share the positivity, share these videos to everyone you know around the world. They can watch them as per their convenient time and learn. Please join me again on Sunday at same time. We will have our lessons Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And thank you so much for joining me for this special lesson today on a Friday. Thank you. Namaste.